where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. Welcome to this live stream. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about mental health ratings. Come on into the room, family. We're trying to reach critical mass. Let us know that you're in the room. If you're new to the channel, family, let us know that you're here. For our regulars, if you're new to the channel, let us know your branch of service, state, or country that you're living in, and we'd appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we're going to get ready to get started. We're not going to wait around because we're going to have to keep it moving for our people that's watching it recorded, showing them respect. As soon as I say that, everybody comes into the room. We have Mr. International in the house. Let me come up on the screen. This is our topic for tonight: mental health, VA mental health rating. Sorry about that. And let me come on the screen to acknowledge our brother, Mr. International, is in the house. We want to thank you for being here tonight. We want to thank you because you brought a lot of attention to the channel. Positive people are watching. When they see us interact like that, that means a lot. He came up, Dogface Soldier and Mr. International chimed in, giving their knowledge, and especially Mr. International stayed toward the end, and he was answering questions, and we really appreciate. Whenever you would like to do that, you're welcome. Might even ask you sometime if you're not busy. Just let us know if you're busy. But we really appreciate that. Thank you. For everybody that's coming into the room, like I say, I am the H-Town vet, and we'd like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. And we'll also have the after party where you can chime in, talk about veteran topics, or anything you would like to talk about in reason. Now let us go ahead and continue. Like I say, let us know that you're here, family. And we're going to keep this moving. So let's do this. I see y'all coming into the room. Let us know that you're here. We have our sister Gwendolyn. Good evening. Checking for about 20 minutes. Okay. We're glad that you're here. So let us go and get started so our sister can get some of this good, powerful information. And it's based on what we covered, some of the things we talked about. And it's then gonna watch the game, then kick back in. Okay. Check back in. We appreciate you. And Mr. International say salute to Sister Gwendolyn. We appreciate the active participation. And this is one of our longtime brothers. The prodigal son has come home. David Farrington. Sorry about that. Oh no, I can't hear myself. So when I'm trying to say words, I guess I'm used to hearing myself. He says, hey, veterans and veteran family. Hey, veterans and veteran friends and family. Thank you for joining us, brother. Thank y'all for being engaging and coming in here, because this is going to be a powerful thing. Ain't no party like a West Coast party, because a West Coast party don't stop. We got our brother Thumper in the house. He said, hey, party people, that's what it's all about. It's about enjoying ourselves. That's from Thumper, a.k.a. John Jackson Sr. Now, we say, Gwendolyn say, I am in tears today, got to 50%. Wow, okay. Tell us about it. When you had a few minutes you're in here, or when you come back. Sister, I would love you come up on stage. And I can take more than one person at a time. And that would be I'm gonna tell you what, that do stuff for veterans. So if you don't have time today or another time, you're welcome to come up and give your testimony how it worked. We would appreciate it. Look, we got a lot of our family here. Madre is in the house. Madre say hello, family. Okay. The reason we're talking about mental health rate is because some topics keep being reoccurring. It's something that came up last time. So I do a lot of the lives based on the topics that y'all are interested in or questions that you ask about on a continuous basis. So we thank you. But for brother Madre, say hello, fam. Thank you. We glad to have you here, brother. It's all good. You understand? Now let us go and kick it off. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Okay, now let's see what say. Thumper say, Gwendolyn Boyd, congratulations on your 50. 50 is 50 to go right. Yes. Yes, because let me tell you, that was my first rating, even though I never was actually 30%. I had a 30% rating, but when I first got it, my representative said, hey, let me talk to the guy. And he got me from 30 to 50%. And I was 50% for a few years there. And that's a very significant rating. Now, our brother David says, congratulations, Gwendolyn. Get what's yours. Exactly. Now, let's see. She's a football fan, I'm assuming. Gwendolyn say, thank you for the invite. I will another day. It's NFL Thursday. And you got some good news. Huh? That's what I'm talking about. That's a praise report for you. Now let us kick it off. Y'all got me so excited. I don't know what to do over here. Now I'm just glad to see the family getting the ratings that they are entitled to. It means so much. Make sure as y'all come in, I don't even have to tell y'all, smash that like button. Family, if you haven't done so already, we got over 9 people in here. Smash that like button. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. We got 11 people in here now. Let me tell y'all something. What I've noticed, come up on the screen here. A lot of people get a whole bunch of so-called views. I don't know how they're getting these views. They getting them out right, or they may be paying for them. I don't know. All the views here are not buying any views. We getting them from y'all participation. You'll know the audience when somebody does a live. You'll know the audience when 2 people come from 2 different channels and come together. And if the number's real low, I'm like, hold on. When they do it individually, it's high, but when they do it together, it's low. I just find that quite interesting. I've noticed that. I pay attention to things. As y'all come into the room, smash that like button, family. Y'all doing good. Smash that like button. Let us know that you're in the room, because we want to go ahead and get started. We want to talk about what the topic is for tonight. So come on in, because we want to make sure we keep it moving for the people that are watching it recorded. So let us get back to it. So Sister Ash, you can come in and out. You do that, okay? Now let us continue. I would like to thank you, veteran family, for being so supportive. Let me tell y'all something. Did y'all feel the energy for the last broadcast? Now all of a sudden, YouTube let me know when I get new subscribers again. Huh? Y'all know I never monetized because they was making it such a headache. I just left it alone. You know, I might try to do it again. I tried it several times. It wasn't going nowhere. Now they contacted me. I'm good dealing with y'all the way I am. I don't want no headaches. Huh? Now let's see who's in the house. But thank y'all, family. Major Boomer say howdy, family, and Merry Christmas to all of you. Yes. He say, Gwendolyn says, that last broadcast was fire. Yes, indeed. You understand? Huh? Sister, you are so correct. I'm telling you, because this is what we're getting. Let me tell you what we're getting. We're getting engagement from fellow veterans. I got to come back up on the screen. I'm trying to keep my ugly face off the screen. But listen to me. By having veterans come up and interact in the chat or on the live coming up or to talk to everyone, that has an effect on other veterans because they don't have anybody to connect with. Aren't y'all glad that Military Mike felt comfortable enough to tell us his struggles? Aren't you glad that Love keeps coming back saying, he won't leave until everybody else gone? I've never had a broadcast where Love has said, okay, good night, everybody. He said, keep it going, H-Town. Now we have our brother, Kevin Cobalt Sr., evening veteran family. Now, brother Kevin, don't you have a praise report also? And if it's static and stuff, I see my internet kind of fluctuating. Let me know if my internet is good in the chat. Put a Y in the chat if my internet is good. Put a N if it's not so good. Okay, now, brother, what's that praise report, Kevin? Let us know what's going on with that praise report on your percentage. Did you finally get it? I forgot what happened, but I knew you went to the CMP exam. Let us know how it's going. Now, our sister Gwendolyn got 50%. So I'm good. Thank you. H-Town is good. Major Boomer say, congratulations. Congrats, Gwendolyn, on your 50% service connection. This is what we're here for. We have to praise our own. We have to encourage our own. Thank you, Love, for telling us. Love say he just arrived. Major Boomer say, hi, Kevin. Love says, yes, you can hear me. Say loud and clear, H-Town. Okay. Now, family, I plan on doing this as long as I can talk, as long as I have breath in my body, as long as I'm alive. And this is let me tell you what this is going to be. And y'all don't realize y'all making history. Y'all know what this is going to be. Family, can we talk? You understand what I'm saying? The young people are going to have a record that they can go back to and learn from us. Even when we dead and gone, veterans will be able to come here, younger veterans, and they'll have a guideline that we didn't have. And it wasn't because the veterans before us didn't want to try. We didn't have such thing as social media and knowing how to use that, right? And Love say, hello, everyone. Major Boomer says, glad you're here, Love. Always glad. Love brings the fire. If he ain't the fire, he brings the gasoline that makes it burn hotter. One thing I like about Love, he may not have been the one that started the fire, but he'll come bring some sticks to put on the fire. You understand? I like that. Now, Love say, thanks, Major. Glad you're here. I'm glad that all of y'all here, and I want to thank y'all. Let me get off screen. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for y'all continued support. Thank you for helping other veterans. Aren't y'all so glad that we have very knowledgeable veterans in this room? We have veterans knowledgeable about different things, different type of conditions, different types of experiences that veterans go through. Aren't you glad? Now let's see what our brother Kevin says. He say, now this is what Kevin is saying, brother Kevin Cobart Sr. He say, it's a final decision, waiting on decision. It can be anywhere and it can be any day and waiting on a ACE exam for Saturday. Oh, okay. So you're gonna have an ACE exam also. Now, Love, laugh out loud, H-Town. You got jokes, you know me. You know, I talk more trash than a little bit. I more trash than a junkyard. You know what's up. Now, here we go. Kevin says, just finished my first semester of college. Y'all give him a congrats. Everybody show love. Not only is he fighting for his benefits, brother Kevin, but he's also just finished his first semester of college. Come on now. I remember going to college after I got out the military. It's an adjustment because I was a little bit older than everybody. Not much, but a few years. Everybody's showing some love. Major Boomer says, congrats, Kevin. All right. Man, y'all just It's a place that we can go where we can appreciate our own. Love say congratulations, Kevin. Now let us continue. Your feedback matters here. Okay. And then we also have our brother Madre says, congrats, KC. Let me pull this up on full screen so I can see the text real good. All right. Boy, this thing is super big. Now let's see what else we got here. Now I got it the full screen, man. I didn't know they were gonna go like this. I'm trying to figure out how to handle it. Okay. Then we have David says, way to go, Kevin. Thumper says, congratulations, Kevin. And then we got Kevin Cobart Sr., the one that's going to college right now, just finished his first semester. Say, thank you all. He appreciates the compliments. Love, say, Kevin, what was your major in college? Now, where was he last time? We were looking for him. Where was the family last time? Veteran policy plug. He said, hey, family. Oh, everybody been waiting on the plug. You can't make no moves without the plug. Huh? We talking about insurance plug, okay? If the feds are watching, we're talking about insurance plug. Now, he tells us what his major is. Brother Kevin Cobart Sr., major in college is business administration. Now, veteran policy plug says, congratulations. Kevin, you know, Mr. International, we from the South. When we hear the word plug, we say, what's up? Now, love say, good feel, Kevin. Yes, indeed. Use it to increase your benefits, to improve your life. Use it for everything that you got going on, my brother. Now, let us continue to, like I say, tonight we're talking about what? We're talking about hold on, I can start it from down there. Okay, I can start it from down there. I ain't got to go up there. Now, our regularly scheduled live streams for those that are new, because we got a lot of people in here, family, early. They're on on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. All right. So we have those live streams on Sundays and Thursdays, but we will have many times have unscheduled live streams may occur. And on Tuesdays, I kind of had that day where if y'all want to talk about just about anything, we're just going to go into it on Tuesdays. I shouldn't have said that. Love he gonna hold me to it. Now, unless something comes up on the Tuesday broadcast. Now, Thumper says insurance, right? Yeah, that's the plug. The insurance plug. Huh? We don't want the people raiding us over here. Huh? Because y'all got to think about it, family. Look, I'm over here and I don't, when you don't pay no property taxes, no federal taxes, people be looking at your side eye. They say, what are you doing over there? So I can't be putting out the wrong information. I've been on my best Christian behavior. And if you think I did something wrong, prove it. Uh-oh. Am I getting a little ornery, family? Am I getting a little ornery? So remember that. Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time, we have a schedule that you can follow. We may have some. Just click on your notifications in case we upload another video or we have a live stream that's unscheduled. Okay? And Mr. International, he laughing at love. Oh, what did love say? He said, Mr. International, step to the podium. You did good last night. Yes, indeed. Let me get through this information. And if anybody want to come up, we're going to do it. So let me get through it. Now, if somebody does come up, I'm learning how to do things. We want to stay on topic, ask them questions, and deal information related to them. He said, H-Town, you started early. You started to be unruly early. Oh, let me get back into my good Christian face. Oh boy, y'all mess. Y'all on me, man. You called me out. You got me. Now let's see. Let's run through this information. If you would like to donate or contact us, here's our information on that. We have PayPal, Cash App, and if you'd like to contact us, a lot of you have been doing that. There's our email address at the bottom and our handle for our YouTube channel. So let's continue. We're trying to build our brand. What y'all gonna do to help us build this brand, family? Now let's see what Thumper says. I mean, what we got. I read your comment. Veteran Policy Plug say, what I missed last night, I didn't get no messages. Oh, so that was that last night we did it? I thought that was on Sunday. Oh, we did one on what day is this? I'm so confused. Is this Thursday? Y'all know I'm retired. Okay, this Thursday, so we did one on Tuesday. You sure you click them notifications and check on Tuesdays because sometimes we did. We had a barn burner. We had a barn burner. We talked about everything. We talked about electric cars. We talked about veteran entitlement. We talked about just you name it. Mr. International came up on the screen. He came up on the live stream in the Gangster Lean. Yes, indeed. Love say LOL Thumper. Love say Mr. International brought his A game the last time. Yes, he did, but he's always on his A game. And we appreciate him. See, let me tell y'all something. Mr. International could be anywhere else supporting other people and making an impact on their channel or somewhere on the street helping somebody with the knowledge he has. But he decided to take his time to come here. Do y'all appreciate that? I tip my hat. I don't have no hat on right now, but I tip my hat to you, brother. I bow. Thank you. We appreciate you. When I get my food stamps, I'm going to do something real nice for you. You understand? Now, now let's get back to it. We appreciate y'all. Help us build this brand. You okay? How can you do that? All right. One, by supporting other veterans. This is a veteran-owned business here in the Houston area, in Houston, Sunnyside neighborhood. Just Oxtail Soul Food. Veteran-owned business. Real good food on a consistent basis. Now, then we have our another veteran. We have our brother Chester. He's a life insurance agent, broker, licensed life insurance broker. Let me correct that. And here's his information if you'd like to contact him directly. He's licensed in at least seven, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 states. And they're all up here on the screen and got his information. And if you want to contact, it'd be good. Let me see what he say here. Okay, Major Boomer say, we appreciate you, Mr. International. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, because he was blessing our sister Gwendolyn. Now I think she just said she got 50%. Huh? Where you gonna get something like that? Results in the building. Y'all don't understand, Mr. National be bringing people to the channel in droves. This is the kind of good heart he got. So what can you do but support people like that? And he don't have to do all that. And I thank you. Mr. International said, what? Let me come up on the screen. He appreciates y'all. Salute to the family. Even though you got them 2 Teslas, are we going to let him make it Thumper, even though he got Tesla? Are we going to let him make it? See how we turn it on our own people, boy. We ain't worth the quarter, are we? Now, y'all, if you need some life insurance, especially when it comes to veterans, because it's hard for us to get life insurance as veterans or disabled veterans, especially as we get older. So contact him, because several veterans was asking him about it because they saw his name. You know, it used to be life insurance broker, Chester Life Insurance Broker. And so they start questioning. So I said, brother, give me information so we can put this out. And he didn't even solicit. I asked him. And I thank him for, being that guy. We just have such incredible people here. Now, if you haven't done so far, smash that like button, okay? We got over 16 people in here, and we got 11 likes. Smash that like button, hit that thumbs up button. Like, share. If you got the ability to share it to other people that this might benefit on YouTube. You can share it on Facebook or Twitter. All right. And subscribe. We blessed with 2 subscribers today. I think that was today. Now, what's coming soon? We've been too busy. I got it already done. This live stream is already ready. We missed 2 live streams dealing with. I'm gonna blame it on all y'all. I ain't gonna blame it on just love. I wasn't able to get to them, but we did a lot of information that night. The PACT Act. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna do a full explanation. The PACT Act explained. Okay, that's coming up. Now, let us continue. So, what are the new releases? What we did last time. Go back and look. Since you asked what happened, Veteran Policy Plug. Here we covered, right? We did a Q&A, veteran topics, and we covered a variety of things. And that was one of the best, if not the best. That's one of the best broadcasts we ever had. They got out because Mr. International came up. He came up spitting hot fire, and I asked more questions than a jealous woman. Present party excluded. I ain't picking on women. That's all I ever dated, so that's why I joke around like that. Yes, indeed. I say, where you going, Mr. International? When you gonna be back? Why you got lipstick on your collar? He was answering them questions left and right, and the man was chatting at the same time. Out of control, out of control. So how can he do that? He can talk and chew gum at the same time. Now let's see what we got here from. Let me see what. Yeah, no. When it's big like this, I ain't never been. I don't usually do it like this. Now, let us continue. And we also, we did another live stream dealing with the news, breaking news, of course, and that was very, very, very popular. And we did the one about the James H. VA Hospital and their little scandal over there. People over there knocking the boots. Several employees had to resign, and it was a big scandal. Now, here's the upcoming VA compensation rates for 2025. You should see this on your next VA payment for January 1st, 2025. So we want to let those who just come in here, and if you haven't done so, y'all doing good. Smash that like button, smash that like button. New rules. I can't even ask no more. I used to ask, I say, and for those of you just coming in, thank you. Let me get my face up on the screen because now I'm gonna have to minimize a little bit because I gotta look up the new rules because if I don't do that, love say check the new rules every time. I haven't checked them yet, but I'm about to check them now. We gonna see what's going on. Who thinks put a Y in the chat if you think the VA has changed the law since we last talked. Put an N in the chat if you don't think they have. Let's see. I don't know either way, but we about to look and find out. Do you think the VA has amended, modified? So Mr. International says yes. Who thinks they changed? You say yes. I got to be honest. I think so too. Because, they go days without changing. But do these people have time to work on claims? But they got time to change law all day. And they're not changing it for the better, are they? Come on now. Even our brother Dennis said, man, aren't y'all glad y'all come to a channel where you can get live coverage on what's going on? Huh, family? I'm about to pull this up. Y'all be surprised. Mr. International says yes, he thinks the law has changed. Thumper says yes. Veteran Policy Plug says yes. H-Town says yes. Uh, Major Boomer says yes. Brother Dennis says yes. Brother Kevin says yes. And Brother Love said yes. Let us see, family. Let me pull it up, and we're about to find out now. Has any laws changed since we last met? Hold on. That ain't what I meant to pull up. Okay. Okay, they just did something. Okay. Let's see, family. We're going to put it full screen. Let's see if we're right, family, okay? Well, look like some laws changed yesterday. And guess what it's dealing with? Why they always dealing with dependents all the time? They're always changing laws when it comes to dependents. Family, do y'all see? For those who just joined us, I'd like to welcome you, man. I am the H-Town Vet. We got over 18 people watching. Smash that like button, family. Let them know that you so we can boost the algorithm. Let us know that you appreciate the program. Smash that like button. We got 12 likes and 18 people in the room. Now, look here. Yes, a law changed yesterday, right? November the 11th. What was it concerning? Establishing marital relationship in spouse cases, in survivor cases. Establishing marital relationship in survivor cases. Do you want H-Town to get message early? I'm trying not to. This is meant to clarify the situation in which statement of remarriage is not required for DIC claim. So they require you to say whether you remarried or not. So now they're not requiring it. And guess what else? Family, are you listening? H-Town got to come up on the screen on this one here. Because I like y'all to see me. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Do you know that a person that you're not legally married to can get DIC benefits? Did you know that? Did you know that? That if, let's say I got with a woman, I'm not married, but you can't be married, and I got with a woman, and I walked around telling everybody that's my wife right there, that's my boo, that's my wife. Even though we're not legally married, if there's evidence that I put us out as married, I live like a married couple, I tell people that's my wife, that person can claim benefits. I'm not saying the claim gonna be won, but if they got evidence, it can be. Did you hear me? Huh? Telling you real talk. Now let's see what Love say. He says laws constantly change with the VA protecting the VA, not helping the veterans reduce the benefit, not helping the veterans, reducing the benefits or denying the benefits. Wow. You getting messy with it, just like Mr. International say, getting messy. Now, Love says, LOL, Mr. International. Let me ask y'all this question. Why do you think they're changing so many laws when it comes to dependents and dependent status? Why is that a big thing? Do they pay out a lot of money when it comes to dependents? I just want to know. Somebody tell me, why is this such a big, they're focusing so heavy on dependents? Because usually you have more than one dependent, right? Your spouse, you might have children. You might have more children. And they're always playing around with dependent status. Interesting. I just was asking. So we just went over the new rules, family. Now, Love say common law marriage when you get live together long enough in some states. Yeah, but in this thing, whether it's a common law marriage or not, when it comes to VA, if you were putting yourself out as a married couple and you was telling people that was your wife And at that time, you dead, so it's only their word, and other people can bear witness that is what was going on. Yeah, they can get DIC death benefits. Y'all better go look at the VA paperwork. I saw it. Hmm? That's why I ain't playing with it. I ain't calling nobody nothing. I won't even. The only time I call them is on payday. Oh boy, that didn't work out right, did it? Now, let's see here. Love say more money for dependents, more benefits. Yes, that they have to pay out. And I'm not trying to be cynical. Hopefully, that's not the case of what the VA is doing. Mr. International say yes. Yeah, tell them call me the payday. And then on payday, after that, don't call me the rest of the month. Now, we talked about this before. Let me ask y'all, do y'all really get anything out, other people dealing with looking at the laws as they currently change? What benefit is it to you? How does it help you? Other than being informed, what do you enjoy about knowing that? Because I'm real surprised at how interested y'all are in knowing what the laws are. You just don't want to be blindsided. What is it? And I want everybody to be weary of overpayment. We just talked about independent status. If your dependent passes or something, or something changes, you need to make sure you notify the VA. All right. Now, overpayment. We just kind of going over something we've been going over. If you in the reserve and you getting VA benefits, once you go do your reserve duty, let them know so that they don't overpay you. So, veteran policy plug say, knowledge is power. Wonderful. Now, let me ask you, how often do you learn something when you come to the live streams? How often do you learn something new? Let us know. And I want you to be honest. If it's every other live stream or maybe every month you learn something, let us know. Now, another way that you can get an overpayment, your VA debt, is if there's educational benefits and you don't complete the class. I've seen several veterans go into like voc rehab and end up messing around and quitting early. Okay. He say every time, okay. I learned something too when I come in there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pretty much every time. Now, if there's a change in marital status. Now, let me tell y'all a big thing about this marital status thing. They got veterans that ain't never got a divorce, and then they've been married about 4 or 5 times, never got a legal divorce. I know one, he had 4 wives before the one he with now. So he had to clear up since Vietnam. He had got with a woman, broke up with her. She said she's gonna get a divorce, but she never got it. But that was his responsibility. So he had to clean up about 3 or 4 marriages before he could get benefits for his current wife. Ain't that crazy? Now, Love say, I learned a lot about my case. The VA don't tell me. Okay, that's good. Now, another thing, that if a dependent passes, and you need to tell your family members this also, if the veteran passed, the family member need to notify the VA so they can cut the check off, because you don't want to pay that money back. Now, here's the thing. The month of death, they'll give you that, they call it month of death check, I think, payment, month of death payment, and they'll pay you for that current month that the veteran passed in. Always good to check with them though, okay? Now, another thing, if you in a VA medical center and owe a copay, many of you that were never service connected and then you get service connected, but you owe money to the VA, huh? Guess what? And you owe money to the VA, they gonna get their money off the back. As soon as they gonna find out that you service connected. And so I hurried up and paid them, owed them about $80 because I wasn't 50% yet. So I had a copay that I never paid. But when I got ready to do it, I wrote them a check, sent it to them. They still took it out of my VA check, directly out of my VA check. And I told them I already paid. Here's the check. And they gave me my money back. Now, let's see what we got here. Mr. International says, he say, I had a veteran pass away and the ex-husband was receiving DIC benefits, which are, wow. The divorce was never submitted to the VA. Oh, what you telling me, Mr. International, that even, hold on. Are you saying because it was never submitted that the husband has a right to the benefits? Is that what you're telling me? So legally he has a right to them, right? Because his veteran spouse. Is that what you, man, what? That's something else. Handle your business, take care of your paperwork, people. Now, love say, VA don't tell the whole story. No, they don't. Wow. That's why, look, have copies. If you get a divorce, have a copy of your divorce decrees at the house. Now, another thing, another way, we're going to talk about it a little bit tonight because people asked about it. I'm going to show you the number, what it is. Veterans that go get incarcerated, you're supposed to get your benefit. You're supposed to let the VA know that you're incarcerated. All right. It has to be at least 61 days on a felony. If you go to jail for 100 days on a misdemeanor, you don't have to tell them. If you go to jail on a felony for 60 days or less, you don't have to tell them. But once it makes that 61st day for a felony, you better. Now, man, so story. Veteran Policy Plug says, can you please tell us what DIC is, death and indemnity compensation? So basically what that is, it's if the veteran passes and is receiving VA disability compensation, depending on their status as a disabled veteran. One, if they die of their service-connected disability, the spouse is allotted monetary compensation and right to VA home loan and other things that could fall with that benefit. And it used to be if they didn't marry before 57, if they didn't remarry. From this new rule, look like they're trying to change that. I don't know. I'm going to have to go into more detail. Now, so it's like $1,600 something. They don't get the full VA compensation check. They get, about a third of it or so. And the other way, if the veteran doesn't die of a service-connected disability, you've had your rating, your 100% for, I think, 10 years, and y'all been married at least one, then they can get the benefit that way. Let me drink a little water, y'all. Excuse me. But we watch our video, the 8 benefits for 100% permanent and total rating, and it's about 12 minutes, and we'll go over that right at the end. All right. Now let's see what Mr. International says. He says the ex-husband has the right to the benefits because she got married to a new man without being divorced. Did y'all hear me? I've seen this. If I haven't seen it once, I've seen it twice. I've seen it 20 times. Listen, for those of you just coming to the room, Mr. International was talking about a veteran, okay, that passed. She passed. Her husband, she never divorced, got the benefits. The current husband didn't get the benefits because if you don't get a divorce from the previous husband or spouse, you can't, this marriage ain't legitimate. So when the husband she was with, thinking he gonna get the death benefits probably, the other husband got it, the one wasn't even living with her. You understand? Yeah, dependency and indemnity compensation. I forgot the first word. So dependency meaning it's like a widow's pension for veterans, okay? Now, look who's in the house. Community Chaplain Davis just came by. You're saying, hey, but granddaughter came in from out of town, so spending time with her. I'm glad that your family keep you busy. And I'm glad that you check in, Community Chaplain Davis, when you get an opportunity. We really appreciate it. You understand? Now, here we go. Mr. International says death indemnity claims, also known as dependency and indemnity compensation, DIC. Thanks for clarifying, since I don't have time to type, and I appreciate you now, because sometimes I forget the exact terminology. Love say hello, Chaplain. Y'all in here? We got about 17 people. Smash that like button if you haven't done so far. We'd appreciate it. Bionic Woman, look what we got, our sister. Bionic Woman is in the house. She said, good evening, Mr. H-Town and veteran family. Welcome to all the newcomers to the channel. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, that's it. Veteran policy plug. Okay, thank you. Whenever you have questions, ask us as many times as it takes for you to understand it, okay? We don't have, that's what we're here for. Because it took me years to learn this stuff. What's that? Major Boomer said, good evening, Chaplain Davis and Bionic Woman. Now, Love say substitution is totally different. I found out substitution, you get the full benefits the veteran did not get after passing away. Now let's explain. Let's explain. We say full benefits. Let's break this down. They get the full back pay benefits. They don't get the full monthly benefits. DIC death benefits is a monthly benefit. When the veteran dies, that full, if let's say they were 100%, that died with them. Now, if the veteran had a claim that was in progress and that back pay was building up, they can get that back pay. And if in getting the back pay, the veteran was rated at 100%, now you follow me? So let's say the veteran had a 30% rating, filed a claim, passed away, and after that is posthumous, receives 100% rating and has a dependent wife. Well, that dependent wife gets all the benefits of the 100% rating, but they're not going to get the full almost $4,000 a month. No, they're going to get about $1,600, $1,700 a month. Okay, but they do get the full back pay. They do get the full retroactive pay. Huh? Talk to us. Veteran policy plug. Good evening, Bionic Woman. Hope you're feeling better. And I'm gonna tell you a good thing, love. They keep holding your case up. You're gonna be receiving a whole bunch, and you get all the full benefits now. Love, you being a dependent, you're gonna get all the full benefits. You're gonna get the Champ VA, Chapter 35 educational benefits, the stipend. Now, what I'm curious is, him being a helpless child, Mr. International, would he get what they would give one of the children, or would he get what one of the spouses would get, about the $1,600? Because they only get so much for the children. Now that I'm curious, but hope they give you good back pay on that. Veteran policy plug. Hey, Chaplain Davis. Now let us continue. Watch out having the OVA debt. Huh, family? Be careful. The other ways you end up paying debt. Remember, we talked about this. If you getting that pension from the VA and you don't report some income you get, whether you report it or not, they're gonna take it from you. Or you go to Voc Rehab, and while you're in Voc Rehab, you say, forget this. I'm taking this computer, this laptop they gave me, all this other stuff, and all this stuff they spend money. I'm just gonna quit the class and keep all this. They're gonna make you pay that back. Be careful, okay? Now that's on debt. And we had to educate, okay? So how to get a waiver, we talked about that. You just go there and we got the information for that right there. How to, if you say you got a hardship, here's where you submit it for your if you owe debt to the VA. All right, debt man. I don't know what that's why. Submit a waiver request ASAP, okay? Now, smash that like button. We got 15 likes in here. That's good. Now let's talk about our topic for tonight. We've been in 51 minutes. Okay, we good. I think I got him. Let's see. Veteran Policy Plug says, "Good evening, Bionic Woman. Hope you are feeling better." And then Veteran Policy Plug says, "Hey, Chaplain Davis." He's just greeting everybody. So this is where it is. Mental health. Let's say you down bad. That's 100%. If you can get 100% if you're down bad. If you kind of struggle, you kind of in between. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got a 50% rating, you supposed how you gonna work half? How you gonna give half of your energy to work when half of you not there? And then a 0 rating. That's when it doesn't affect you. You service connected, but it doesn't have a major impact on you working or your everyday personal life. All right. This is our thumbnail topic for tonight. Let's talk about it. What are the mental health ratings? Well, one thing, personality disorders are not service connected. You can't get service connected. If you pull out of the military for a personality disorder, that is an issue, Mr. National Lab. So let's pull up some things where mental disorders that the VA recognize, and we're going to talk about the ones they don't recognize. Let's deal with the ones they recognize first. Okay. What are the mental health illnesses that are eligible for disability, VA disability? I don't know if y'all know that PTSD is an anxiety disorder. It falls under anxiety. So if you get service connected for anxiety and they don't spell out PTSD, that's okay. Okay. Now, so remember, PTSD is an anxiety disorder. Other anxiety disorders like panic disorder, things like that, and post-traumatic stress. Now, Bionic Woman says, Veteran Policy Plug, thank you for your greetings. And then she says, Major Boomer, good evening. Yes, indeed. Now, others, I want y'all to follow. There may be more, but these are the general ones. Let's go to another one here. Chronic adjustment disorder, cognitive disorders, all right, processing and thinking. Eating disorders. Did you know that was a mental health disorder, such as anorexica? I never know I couldn't say that. Anorexic. I know anorexic. Being anorexic, I say that. I know I couldn't say anorexic. I can't say that word. Never say it. Okay. Anorexic or bulimia. Mood disorders. Okay, they're mood disorders. So also I think insomnia, have trouble sleeping. I think that's a mental health disorder. Let us know, Mr. International, or whoever else knows. Schizophrenia and other psychotic disorders. Indeed. Psychotic disorders. Indeed. Paranoia. Indeed. Somatoform disorders, such as I don't know if that's multiple personality disorder or where you forget where you at and things like that. Unexplained physical ailments. Okay. Yeah, somatic disorders like there were World War II bombers that when it was time to go do missions, because they were bombing civilian areas, they say, I can't push the button to release the bomb. But the hand don't work like that. Your whole hand just don't stop working. That's a somatoform disorder where you physically can't do certain things, even though you can psychologically, there's a barrier to it. Now, for any mental health condition to qualify for VA disability compensation, veterans must prove to the VA that their disorder is a result of military service. Remember this now, understand this. Mental health disorders is a powerful way to get benefits, and because you skip ratings. You don't have to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Now let's see what Mr. International say. Insomnia. That's why I want that. He said insomnia is no longer considered a mental health disorder by the VA. Insomnia is now considered a symptom. Oh, see, I didn't know because, things change. That's why I asked you. Boy, y'all hear that? Now, where else are you going to get this type of knowledge at? Mr. International got the secrets and he ain't telling us. Well, he telling us if we ask. Am I being messy, y'all? Now, love say, hello, bionic woman. Now, I appreciate. Now, listen to what Mr. International says. If you were involved in a car accident while in service and it causes you anxiety, that can be service connected. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me ask you this, Mr. International. If you at a gas station, I saw in Kentucky where a female sergeant, she got arrested, wrongfully arrested by the police right outside the base. Could that be considered service connected if she was wrongfully arrested? I think she's put in handcuffs. I don't know if they took her to jail, and it was wrong. They found out it was wrong. Can that be considered service connected, even though it happened outside the base and is dealing with civilian police? Let us know. Bionic woman say, love, good to see you too. This is what it's all about. Now, let's deal with the other one. What about the mental health disorders that are not covered? Let's get into it. As we spoke earlier, right? So here we go. What mental health conditions are not eligible for VA disability benefits? Okay. Personality disorders. Military service cannot cause a personality disorder because these types of conditions have lifelong behavioral patterns that do not change. So they saying that comes from your childhood. Now, listen what he says. Mr. International said, I'm talking about the female sergeant that the police wrongfully put her in handcuffs. Yes, it can be service connected, but it's not military related. That's heavy. So y'all got to remember that service connection and military related is two different things. So see, you got me want to ask you a question, Mr. International. See, you stirring up stuff, Mr. International. That being the case, is service connected. Could she go before a military board and bring up the fact that she was restrained in handcuffs by the police outside the military base at a gas station? Or do she have to wait until she get out of the military, or while she's in the military, go to the VA representative about that issue? Can she bring that up before the military board, brother? The pre-release, the pre-discharge board. Talk to us. See, you the one stirring up all this mess. I'm trying to do right. Man, you got some powerful statements, brother. The more you tell me, the more I want to know. Now, guess what else is not service-connected, family? Y'all better pay attention, and Mr. National break this down to you. Substance use disorder. Now, a lot of Vietnam veterans came back with substance abuse problems, right? All type of drugs that they got hooked on over there, alcoholism that they come back and they self-medicated. Now, even though it's not service connected, you can say that that was a coping mechanism, I think. Can't you say that you were self-medicating to cope with what happened to you? So it'll be an intermediate step? No, but directly, substance use disorder is not service connected with the VA. The VA does not directly, now listen how slick this is. The VA does not directly grant service connected for substance use disorder. However, veterans can be service connected on a secondary basis for disabilities that arise from substance abuse use due to a service connected condition. So if you have PTSD or depression and you using that alcohol to drown out your depression, using them drugs to drown out your PTSD, come on now. Now let's see what our brother say. He say down here, Mr. International says, I have a veteran that had, okay, I have a veteran that was harassed by the Dixie Mafia. Wow. I heard of Dixie Mafia. He tried to file for PTSD based on that stressor and was denied, not military related. Now, is it a way that could have been approved? If you come up tonight, we sure want you to explain that. That's a good one. I ain't gonna bug you on that one. That's interesting. Other things, family, are you listening? If you got problems with impulse control disorders, you can't control your impulse. But that's kind of odd because a lot of times when you have PTSD or you've been in a combat zone or you got anger problems, you have poor impulse control. That's not service connected. These behavioral conditions cause a person to become unable to control their impulses and behavior, such as anger outbursts. Examples of ICD includes oppositional defiant disorder and whatever that kleptomania. Kleptomania, hold on. Stealing from people is a, oh, that's not service connected. So when you start, I ain't laughing at people disorder, but I know kleptomania. Now here we go. Cognitive delay or development disability. I want y'all to watch this one. All right, watch this one. I'm gonna explain something to you. Cognitive delay and developmental disabilities. VA will not consider conditions that are congenital, or presented by birth, presented since birth. Keyword, presented since birth. You've been having it since birth. Such as these conditions cannot be considered caused or aggravated by military service. Now listen, there was a Vietnam veteran, one of the veterans I know that was in our group. He had cognitive delays, but it wasn't developmental. You know what happened to him? A grenade, went off and part of the shrapnel hit his head, and it affected the way he spoke. And he was able to get service connected for that because even though he had cognitive delays, it took him a while to say something. It was because of the service connected injury, being the explosion during Vietnam. He was an infantryman, and it affected his thought process and stuff like that, and cognitive delays. You feel me? But just most cognitive delays know if it's from your childhood. And they saying it can't be aggravated by military service. They saying it ain't like flat feet. It can't, flat feet can be aggravated by military service, even though you may have had it from childhood, but not cognitive delays. They won't give you any service connection, or they won't pay you for aggravation on that either. Now, family, let us continue here. So we talked about what is, what's now. Now, let me ask you this here, y'all. Tell me what type of mental health specialist can help you get a diagnosis, or they evaluate the severity level, or connected to your military service. What type of mental health specialist can help with that? Now, I know the most common one is a psychiatrist. Can y'all think of any other type of mental health professionals? Psychologists, psychiatrists, psychologists. What about a mental health, a psychiatric nurse? Can they help give a diagnosis for PTSD or any of the mental health conditions? What about bulimia, anorexic, or them being anorexic? I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Okay, here we go. He says, yeah, so not just a clinical a licensed clinical social worker. Are they still allowing the licensed clinical social workers to diagnose veterans with PTSD? Will the VA still honor that with anxiety disorder, with depressed mood? Oh, very good, Mr. International. Now, let's see what we got here, family. Now, here's some of the symptoms for Mr. John Brown. Remember, we went over his decision letter. And in his decision letter, this was one of the pages. And these were the symptoms that he had that's highlighted in blue. All right, on his third page. Now, here's the thing. We're going to go through, all of them are going to be symptoms. You see if you have any of these symptoms, but the ones that's highlighted in blue are just the ones for Mr. John Brown. He has such thing as suicidal ideation, persistent delusions, depressed mood, and some of these are at the 30%, some of these are at the 50% level, some of these at the 100% level. Whenever you have some symptoms at the 100% level, that can pretty much guarantee you 100% rating. Not saying it's going to be permanent. So that's what. So the ones you have at the 100% level is persistent delusions and gross impairment in communications. Okay. Now let's go over each mental health rating. They're pretty similar. They're pretty much the same thing for PTSD or any other mental health rating. They use the same criteria for now. So usually you have VA compensation ratings from 0 to 100%, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. That's called a scheduler rating, right? Well, these are scheduler ratings with mental health, but they skip some. They still have 0. They're talking about changing it. They still have 0. They have 10. There's no 20 for mental health ratings. There's a 30. There's a 50, a 70, and 100. But there's no 40, 60, 80, or 90. So that's what we're talking about here. So that's why I ain't gonna say it's easier to get to 100% with the mental health rating. It's a shorter path. I'm not gonna say it's easier. Watch our video, VA compensation from 0 to 100%, and we have a live stream under the same name. This is the only video that covers all of the percentages from 0 to 100% compensation without breaking it up into smaller videos. Did you see how I did that plug right there? Oh boy, y'all have missed. Why y'all put up with me? So as H-Town was saying, mental health ratings right now until they change it in 2025 are 0, 10, 30, 50, 70, and 100. Now, that's same for PTSD or any other mental health condition. However, they're talking about doing away with the 0% rating. How y'all feel about them doing away with the 0% rating? Any opinions on that? Do you think that's going to make it harder for veterans to get benefits or easier? Because by getting away with the 0% rating, they don't, the percentage they start off at 10%, they got to pay you if they service connected. Or is that going to make it harder for veterans? Now, remember, the changes are coming soon. 2025, I forget what month, but they're going to also be changing something with sleep apnea and a few other things. I think migraines. We're going to go over that before, around before that happens and right after. The first rating we talked about, remember, there's only 6, the 0% rating. All right. So this is for those of you that have a 0% rating for mental health. This is how it works. Now, remember what Mr. International said. Okay. He said there's a difference between the service-connected disability and the symptoms. Don't confuse the two. Remember, he said that insomnia used to be insomnia. Okay, I said it. Used to be a service-connected disability. Now it's just a symptom. Okay, Follow that. Now, okay, for a 0% rating for mental health, we're going to start. These are all mental health ratings, VA mental health rating criteria. So the symptoms are the main thing when you get a 0%, that you have a formal diagnosis. However, the mental condition has a formal diagnosis, but symptoms are not severe enough to interfere with occupational or social functioning or to require continuous medication. So you may be on a little medicine, you be all right, but it's not continuous. That's why you had a 0% rating, because the little medication you take, or it's not bad enough to affect your work, your mental condition is. Now 10%, now let's go to 10. Now when we get to 10, it's gonna be different. We're only going over 6 of them, so we're on the second one. We'll have 4 more after this. Now, when it comes to 10% for a mental health rating, remember, now you have continuous medication. So they have to keep you on some kind of medication to sleep, some type of medication to keep from being depressed, anxious. So now your condition is bad enough that it's going to affect your ability to work some, so you need to stay focused. So at a 10% rating for a mental health condition is occupation and social impairment due to a mild or transient, meaning it comes and goes, symptoms which decrease work efficiency and ability to perform occupational tasks only during periods of significant stress or symptoms controlled by continuous medication. Now, so it's not bad, but every once in a while, unless you're under a whole bunch of pressure. Now, Love say, H-Town, are you saying that the medication don't matter? You have to have symptoms to get the medication. They're not going to give you, I don't think they're going to give you medication unless it's to treat something, right? To treat a condition based on its symptoms. Let me know if I'm wrong, family. And these, like I say, change coming in 2025. I meant to put that on the other slide, the 0%. Look, I put that in the wrong place. Y'all wouldn't have known if I ain't say that. But yeah, 2025, change coming for the 0% rate. They plan on doing away with 0% for mental health. 30%. I hope I answered your question, Love. 30% rating. So you go from 0 to 10 to 30%. So you see how there's a jump? That's kind of a good thing when it comes to getting higher ratings. Now, and I have the amount you get too. And this is for the 2020. Oh, that's what I had the 2025 for. These are the amounts for 2025, okay? Let me go back a little bit so you'll see that. That's what I have 2025. It's going to be $175.51 if you just 10%. Now let's continue on here. 30%. Let me see what Mr. International's saying. We're going to see the symptoms for 30. He said, this is what he says, Mr. National. Medication doesn't matter when it comes to the rating criteria. Rating percentage is based on social and occupational impairment, not treatment. That is true. How's it affecting your ability to work? So the main part of it is, I don't know why they put that in there, but the main part of it is it affect your ability to work. Now, let me ask you this, Mr. National, but what if medication controls your impairment? It doesn't matter, does it? Does it matter if the medicine controls your impairment? Would that knock you down to 0%? Let us know. Great statement there, Mr. National. We need this information. Now, when it comes to the 30% rating, symptoms. All right, what are the symptoms? First 30%, you're going to be paid $537.42 in 2025, coming up here. Now, occupation and social impairment with an occasional decrease in work efficiency and intermediate periods of inability to perform occupational tasks, which are job tasks. Although generally functioning satisfactory with routine behavior, self-care, and conversation normal due to such symptoms as depressed mood. And what you see highlighted in blue, that's what Mr. John Brown's symptoms was. He had depressed mood, anxiety, suspicions, chronic sleep impairment. But that was just for him. Now, we let's see what else we have here. Panic attacks, weekly or less. So when you're talking to a doctor, when you're talking to the what do you call it? When you're talking to the to a CMP examiner or another doctor that you has to do an exam for the VA for you, you do it on a public DBQ. They might ask you based on the DBQ how often you have panic attacks, and if it ain't that much, that's how they gauge what your percentage is going to be. Now let's see what we're going to say here. We got to show love to our sisters in the house. Whenever somebody come in, we say, Miss Jag 83, good evening, my veteran family. Peace, my sister. Peace, love, and blessings. Now, everybody show love. And then we have veteran policy plug says, good evening, Miss Jag 83. And we also have love said, love say, hello, Miss Jag. Now, let me go to Mr. International. He say, but if the required medication affects your employment, for example, the ability to operate forklift, that's what I want to know. Listen, what now come on, talk to me now, brother. If the VA puts you on medication and it makes you sleepy, and you take that forklift and run into some boxes or something else, hopefully not a person, how does that affect you get more compensation? Because they say you need to take this medication so you can function from your depression. But what if the medication makes you so drowsy or has you where you can't concentrate and do your job? Like our sister Miss Jag. She got to be able, Miss Jag, she's an accountant. She got to be able to count the numbers. What if that medication affects her, that VA medication affects her ability to do her accounting job? What if it affects our brother, veteran policy plug, ability to function as a life insurance broker? Let us know. What if it's not just the disability, but the medication that they're giving you that slow down work productivity? Come on, talk to us. Now, love say, okay, Mr. International, you answered my question. Let me see. He laughing. Mr. International laughing. And Bionic Woman say, hi, Miss Jag 83. We thank God that she's here. We appreciate it. We missed you on the last live stream, but when y'all can make it, I'm glad that y'all here. Because I know a lot of you, have lives and doing things. But we had a barn burner. Please go back and watch it. Okay, now we got problems. I was trying to get through, but Mr. International, we got problems. Look what we got problems, y'all. He keep look what he says. You shouldn't be operating equipment under some medications, right? Under the influence of medications can be considered DUI. I know a veteran that ran into a ditch because of the medication. They let him make it. He told him he's on the VA med, but some of them may not. He is so telling the truth. I got to come up on the screen. Given this case, y'all, come on, y'all, family. We got 2 more to get through on this part. I'm trying to get through it. All we got to do now, 50, 70, and 100. So we got 3 more to do. Family. But I want y'all to remember this question. If the VA is giving you medication that could get you a DUI if you drive with it, how can you go to work? If the VA is requiring this medication to cope with your condition, how are you going to go to work in a car when is the VA is the one for the medicine preventing you from work? Where are you then? We want to know the solution. Mr. International made me stop that because he made me think. Now, so the medicine, is that considered a symptom or a disability or affect? I never looked at it that way. The medicine, because it happened to me and I didn't know what to do. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth statement. When I was teaching school, my condition got down bad. Well, I wasn't sleeping at all. I'd be up for 2 and 3 nights. They put me on some medication that would tranquilize a horse or an elephant, and I was still pushing. My condition bad, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. My condition bad back then. Thank God for helping me. They put that doctor put me on some more stuff. I felt that. I felt that. Look, now when I felt that, I still had to go to work, right? So when I went to work, I was half asleep. So I went to get one of them. That's the first time I drank a Red Bull. I never drunk another one. So I'm sleeping, and then I drank that Red Bull. I like this here. My students say, "Are you all right, sir?" Oh, that's the crazy stuff. Now, listen, family. Are y'all listening? Mr. International just broke it down right here. He say the medication is part of your impairment. So you saying that when you're writing it up properly, that you can use the fact that the medicine that the VA gives you as part of your occupational impairment. Are you saying this, Mr. International? I'm not trying to pin you in a corner, but I'm asking you. I want the truth. My brother. I hope y'all been blessed by this because I enjoy when y'all come in here, and I really enjoy the support, the kindness, just being around fellow veterans and their dependents. Now, Veteran Policy Plug says, now listen what he says. I left my job because I couldn't focus on procedures in the operating room during colonoscopies. I am now on medication. Now, Mr. International, can Veteran Policy Plug use the fact that he couldn't concentrate if it's related to your, how would you say it's related to your military service? Because you in there trying to focus and you couldn't. What do you think kept you from focusing, Veteran Policy Plug? Now, here we go. Listen to what Mr. International says. Some jobs won't hire you based on the medicine you're taking. It's a liability issue. Now, family, tell me if I'm lying. If I tell you there's certain jobs that ask, are you a disabled veteran? Are you on taking any medications or VA subscribed something? I saw something like that. A veteran showed me that. Now, can you use that statement, Mr. International, from the employer as part of your claim for VA compensation? I can't get a job because they say because I'm on these medications, but if I don't take the medication, my condition devolves. So it's a catch-22. What do we do? That's all I'm at. Love say, H-Town, okay. He laugh at me. LOL, okay. Love say, so true, Mr. International. Now, Mr. International say, yes, you can use medication as part of your condition, your occupational impairment. Are y'all listening, family? He said, yes, you can use medication as part of your occupational impairment. I hope y'all listening, family. Now look what Love say. The VA is just like workers' comp to an extent, but workers' comp is real strict. The VA, I don't know if the VA that strict. Now, Veteran Policy Plug, I am 50% mild depressive disorder. You going in the right direction. Brother, we don't want you to stop there. We want you to get your full benefits, everything you're entitled to, if you're entitled to more, and you be doing your little thing on the side with your policy thing. Yeah. Now let's say yes. Veteran Policy Plug. He said yes. Yes. Let me see what his statement was. Man, come on. He's talking about when he left his job. Man, if we didn't talk to each other, would we know this information? Who wasn't here last night? I don't think, were you here, Veteran Policy Plug? You wasn't, and our sister our new sister, so wonderful person, beautiful young lady. Our sister, you haven't been a couple of times. Our sister, come on, I'm about to say the accountant sister, Miss Jag 83. Mr. International came up on the stage. Dogface Soldier came up on the stage, and hopefully we can get you up here on the stage too, sister. Bionic Woman have been up on the stage. If y'all come up, and we appreciate it, somebody can come up with you. It could be more than one of y'all. Y'all let me know y'all gonna come up on the stage tonight. Now listen what Mr. International says. I'm learning so much here tonight. Are you sitting back and peeping game? You know other people watching what we doing because they got to get the breaking news here. Huh? Let me tell you something. When you in front, let me tell you something. If you ever get in front of a billionaire or a millionaire, you better be prepared. Don't be making small talk. You better have a focus, because when they get to that point, they don't have time to talk foolishness. Don't be talking gibberish. You have asked them questions that you need to improve yourself. Find out how they got to where they at. You better have your questions ready. When you're dealing with the VA, the same thing. You better be ready and prepared. Okay? Now, not trying to be harsh, but I'm trying to be real, because this dealing with your paper. Now, Mr. International says it's an easy win if a veteran usual employment is driving forklifts and he can no longer operate a forklift due to medication. It's an easy 70%. Come on now. And once you get to 70%, you can file for unemployability to get paid TDIU until you get the 100% permanent total. Come on, family, make it make sense. Now, Veteran Policy Plug says, I am service connected with Mr. I am connected with Mr. International now, feeling good about what's to come. Man, I'm tired. Every time y'all say something, next thing I know, y'all come around, bam, here it is. Our sister came up today. Sister Gwen, because she's watching the game, so she in and out. She say she got 50%. Huh? Mr. International helped her. All we doing trying to support each other, family. Now, and Mr. International, veterans have been taking off equipment because they have a service-connected condition for hearing loss. Employers don't want to be sued. Yes, because if they can't hear, it could be damaged. Wow. Come on. You know what I tell them? You're going to have to put it in writing. Am I right, Mr. International? If they take you off of a forklift, off of any equipment because of your hearing problem, they need to put it in writing, especially if that's a field that you're certified in. Am I right? And I'm sorry, Jag, it ain't you, it's Sister Adrian. Jag. Which one is the accountant? Jag is the accountant. That's right. I'm sorry. All the models are starting to look alike. Now, which one? Jag, you're the accountant. I get confused without my medicine. He said, yep, you're right. Y'all better pay attention, because I'm trying to get clarification based on what Mr. International is saying. Y'all better take this information down, because you're going to get it here at the H-Town Vet and nowhere else, because we ask the right questions to the right people to get the proper knowledge. Huh? You like how I tied that in? Now, here we go. We want to say depressed mood. This is at the 30% level. Anxiety, suspiciousness, panic attacks, weekly or less often, chronic sleep impairment, mild memory loss, such as forgetting names, directions, recent events, forgetting those things. All right, now let us continue. Now let's talk about 50% for a mental health condition. A 50% rating. What are the symptoms? What is the symptoms that can help you get a 50% rating? Now, the ones that are in blue are the ones that Mr. John Brown had when he got his 50% rating. All right, and they kind of accumulate. Now, but let's go over all of them. At a 50% rating, you're going to be paid now in January $1,102.04 tax-free. That's the exact amount. Now, that's just for the veteran only. If you have dependents, you will get more. Now, what are the symptoms to get a 50% rating? What are some of the symptoms that you have to get a 50% rating for a mental health condition? Here we go. Occupational and social impairment with reduced let me say it. Occupational and social impairment with reduced reliability and productivity due to such symptoms as flat affect, circumstantial, I don't know how to say that word, and stereotype speech, panic attacks more than once a week. All right, now it's getting more severe. You got at least 2 or more panic attacks in 1 week, 7-day period. Difficulty in understanding complex demands, impairment of short and long-term memory, such as retention of only high-level learning. That's the only thing you remember is high-level learning. Forgetting to complete tasks. Now that's going to be a problem if you're working, if you forget to complete tasks, right? How you going to finish stuff at a job if you're forgetting to complete tasks? Impairment, impaired judgment, impaired abstract thinking, disturbance of mood, motivation and mood, disturbance of motivation and mood, difficulty in establishing and maintaining effective work and social relationships. Come on now, that you want 50% for a mental health condition, whether it's PTSD, any other depressed mood, any anxiety disorders, depression, and end up they all fall with the same, mainly the same symptoms, with a little modification or difference. Now let's continue. Let's do with a 70. Now, if you get a 70% family, I've gotten a 70%. You most time you were supposed to be 100. If the VA got you at 70 for mental health, how are you gonna work somewhere and give them 30% of the good part of it? Come on now. 70% mental health rate. Let's talk about it. What are the symptoms? Okay, at 70%, number one, you're going to get $1,759.19. All right, starting January 1st, 2025. Now, what are the symptoms? Occupational and social impairment with deficiencies in most areas, such as work, school, family relationships, judgment, thinking, or mood due to such symptoms as suicidal ideation. Let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say, if you having thoughts of self-harm, where you supposed to be working at, excuse me? You definitely don't want to be no job where you got to make, where you're in law enforcement or something. That's dangerous. Uh, obsessional rituals which interfere with routine activities like checking doors, checking windows to see if they're secure. Like ODC, that's what they're talking about. Speech intermediate, illogical, obscure, or irrelevant. Nearly not. When we get to 70%, when it comes to the panic attack, listen, panic attacks play a very important role. Nearly continuous panic or depression affecting the ability to function independently. It affects your ability to function independently. I was reading something, sorry. Appropriately and effectively. Impaired impulse control, such as unprovoked irritability with periods of violence. Uh-oh. Now here we go. Okay, now yeah, I forgot about that. Passive suicide ideation. I'm in so much pain. I wish I wasn't here. Yes, that was kind of when I was at 70, that's what I was. And I said, nah, I don't want to hurt myself right now, but but when I do certain things and accomplish few things in life, I'll be ready to go to the end. That's passive. Now, the only time they're going to get you if you have because a lot of you get nervous. I don't want to tell them that they're going to take this from me. They're going to take my pew-pew from me, or they're going to do this. As long as you ain't got a plan right now to hurt yourself. That's the issue. You got to tell people if you're hurting now. You don't want nothing bad happen to you. That's passive. I'm in so much pain, I wish I wasn't here. That's not a direct threat against yourself that you put. You just saying, I'm just tired of living because of this so much pain. Now, but remember this, such unprovoked irritability with periods of violence. Listen, can I talk to your family? Come on, I'm gonna come up on the screen. See, I'm telling y'all this is my business, but I'm gonna tell y'all. When I get too much eye contact when I was at work, they give me too much reckless eyeballing, it was on. I tried to tell the doc, all that they had to do was disengage. He looked at me crazy. You understand what I'm saying? They give me too much eye contact. That's all I'm saying. Huh? Oh boy. H-Town in an awkward moment. Now let us continue. Now here's another one. Spatial disorientation, neglect of personal appearance and hygiene, difficulty in adapting to stressful circumstances. Remember that, family? Remember that. If you're having difficulties on your job adapting to stressful circumstances, you need to address that, including work or work-like settings, inability to establish and maintain effective relationships. Huh? Now Brett is in the house, family. Brett is in the house. What does he say? I like to laugh. I like the laugh of Mr. International. I mean H-Town vet and family. Okay. House Trumper, keep loving Popeyes. Hello, Major Boomer, Chester, love, Bionic Woman. How's your knee? And our brother say, hello, vet. Now, that's when you're at the 70. Now, when we get to the 100% for mental health, this including PTSD and other depression and other ones. Like I say, the DBQ for mental health conditions other than PTSD, it's a little modified, but the symptoms are pretty much exactly the same. Let me know if I'm wrong, Mr. International, because we don't want to put out wrong information. There's just there's some modifications if your mental health condition is not PTSD. Apparently, PTSD is a main one, but the violent thing, watch out for when you get into that anger management class, okay? Now, Major Boomer, hi, Brett. Now, let us continue, family. Are we getting this thing done? Are we getting it done? Now, let's go to the 100%, the last one. Oh, but first, we're still dealing with the 50%, the violence, huh? Huh? When you putting hands on people, hands and feet on people? Come on now. Huh? You can't be at work pimp slapping people, huh? Taking them behind the tool shed. You need to talk to you need to get help at the VA. And if something happened where you get in legal condition, you need to call veteran court. Don't let it get bad, okay? Now, family, let's continue. 100%. Now, how do you get 100% for post-traumatic stress disorder? All right. Your mental health is in bad shape, right? Trust me, I know. Here we go. We're going to go over it. 100%. Now, this PTSD, I mean, for any mental health condition, but 100%, you get $3,831.30 as of January 1st, 2025. Now, what are the symptoms? Total occupational and social impairment due to such symptoms as gross impairment in thought, process, or communication, persistent delusions or hallucinations, gross impairment, grossly inappropriate behavior, persistent danger of hurting self or others. Remember, the key thing is persistent. Intermediate inability to perform activities of daily living, including maintenance of minimal personal hygiene, disorientation to time or place, memory loss for names of close relatives, own occupation, or own name. You're in a bad situation, right? Now you see that Mr. John Brown, our example, he has gross impairment of thought process and communication, persistent delusions, and hallucinations. I know somebody that has the disorientation. You don't need but one to get 100% rating. He has the one dealing with disorientation. Now we're gonna go over this here. We're gonna get to our few things. We're gonna get to the after part. We pretty much where we need to be with it, family, right? Taking it. I gotta take my little jacket off. It's getting hot up in there. I thought it was gonna be cold. Now let us see. Now, so you'll see. For you to understand what a delusion is, it is a belief. An hallucination is you seeing or hearing things that are not there. But delusions, when you think this is a full meal, a piece of tomato and 3 pieces of corn, that is a delusion, a false belief. Okay. You weigh 93 pounds, but you feel like you're overweight. That is a delusion, a false belief. That's one thing that can get you to 100%. When you're dealing with hallucinations, it deals with you're touching things that are not there. You're smelling like those who does that smell things like diesel fuel or burning bodies while we were in the military. That's and when we smell food, these are what you call hallucinations. Or we see people that we know while we were in the military alive and they had passed away, things like that. Anything that affects the 5 senses, touch, smell, hearing, sight, taste. These are things that are hallucinations. All right. They're not always visual. They can be any of the 5 senses. I hope that was helpful, family. For example, I hear voices that other people don't. Right? You're hearing things. That is an hallucination. Now look what he said. He said, check yourself into a mental health institution is an automatic temporary 100%. Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Yes, indeed. I know a veteran that did it. And he did it recently. He came out 100%. And that now, Mr. National, if you can come up tonight, I appreciate it. Let me know if you can. I won't hold you no longer you want to be. I want to ask you about that. How can you keep that temporary 100% once you get out? What's some of the things you should do? Let us know if you can come up. Now, here we go. Let's see. I won't bug you at night. Here's the personal hygiene. If your clothes are dusty, that's why when you go into some of these CNP exams, they're looking at how you're dressed. If your clothes are all messed up, if you don't pass the smell test, or you're not properly shaved, it's the wintertime, you got on summer clothes. It's the summertime, you got on winter clothes, huh? That's more on the inappropriate side of the game. But this is now. You remember what it said in the description for the 100%? Intermediate times where you can't complete daily tasks. So sometimes you can't get out of bed. You know, your mental health condition is so bad you don't do your personal hygiene. You don't feed yourself. You're losing weight. Also, you can't dress yourself. This is almost a way you can get housebound. All right. I'm just covering what went up. And here's the disorientation. You going one way, but you're supposed to be going the opposite way. That's the disorientation, right? You're supposed to be going one way on the freeway, but you're going the other. So be careful. You get to that point. Now listen what he say. He say when you get out, you will automatically reevaluate a year later. That's right. We talked about that. That's right. Thank you. Now, inappropriate behavior. Remember we talked about these are symptoms at the 100% level. When you're dealing with a nail, using a wrench on it, and when you're dealing with a screw, you putting a hammer on it, you're doing things that are inappropriate, whatever that might be. That like I said, yeah. You self-harm, that you do things that can, that involve self-harm. That's how I'm gonna put it. That's another thing. We went over this for 100%. Not remembering who you are, your name is, forgetting family members' name, forgetting what your job is. All right. I'm just going over with visuals for the same thing. If you haven't done so far, smash that like button, because I think we got it, y'all. We went through it. It ain't been about an hour and 47 minutes. I think we doing this. Now, we good. Then just file your claim, family. We can get ready for the after party now, family. All right. Remember, when you file a claim, you want to do two things. First thing is submit your intent to file, right? And the second thing, get your C file. Now, family, where we at? What y'all want to talk about? Anybody? What y'all want to talk about? Let me come up on the screen. Come on in here. Let us know, family. That thing get big, don't it? Now, let us know, family. Come on, talk to us. What's going on? What's been happening with you, Mr. International? What's been happening with you? D, what's going on with you, D? Let us know. You been out there driving that whip? I think you got that whip. You got that Bentley, right? What you been out there? That Charger, what you got? That Hellcat? Let us know. What's been going on with you, Major Boomer? Let us get to the after party. Let me put it on up. And let's get to the after party. So, family, what we want you to do, if you ain't had a chance to do it, smash that like button. All right. Now, dear sister, I didn't know Sister D. Dear sister, I thought D was a dude. Let me know if your sister, D. I apologize if I didn't call you by the right gender. I'm sorry. Let me know. I thought D was a dude. Let me know. Now, here we go. Smash that like button, family. We got over 19 people in here and 17 likes. Smash that like button, family. Now, guess what we want to do? We want to hear from you. Who want to come up? You can come up without the camera, but some of y'all do come up with it. We want to hear from you, family. We want to hear from you. He said, look, I know you and me the bread. He say, D, he say, Sister D in the house. He says, Brother D, correct that. He said, dude, all the way. Huh? Family, we at the after party. We want to hear from you. It's all about you. Didn't we get through that information? Didn't we do it? Major Boomer said, H-Town, waiting for Frog Princess to make it home from college tonight. Get it on. Tell her to get some rest. Let me put my little picture up here. Come on, family. He say coffee and what? He say coffee and cashew. Let me tell you something, Brett. You're not going to play me, son. I got my cashew and they've been open already. I couldn't wait. Family, come on here. D said LOL. He said, it's all good, family. It's all, we in here. We want to hear from the veteran family. We're not here trying to sell you a program. Huh? If you in my chat, I don't kick you out if you ain't giving me no money. I don't kick you out. None of that. I'm not just veteran centered. This is for veterans to put in their information and say how they feel about it. Huh? We want to know what's going on with you. What's been going on, D? What you been doing? Brett, what you been up to? D, what's going on your end of town? Mr. International, how you holding it down? Veteran Policy Plug, you telling me how you are. You over here, you working, you got that 50% trying to get that higher percentage. Brett, what's your percentage? We need to work on yours too. All right. Thumper. What he say the passive ideation. I was told that I have passive ideation. Don't just tell him to put it in writing, brother. Now, let's see who we got here. I'm saying I don't want to miss nobody. Love, love. What's going on with your case? You heard anything with your claim? Bionic woman, tell me about that knee. Bionic woman, let me know if you got an ice pack on that knee right now. Because I know you're trying to recover. We here for you, my sister. Then we got our sister, Miss Jack. How's work been going? I don't know if you was rated or not. Were you rated? Let us know how your game, how you doing, what we can do to help. And our brother Kevin and everybody, let me catch up with because I don't want nothing to pass me up because if I go too far. Now, Kevin said, how can you see the C file on CD? Now that's interesting. I think you got to request it. I don't know if you can request the CD, Mr. International, for your C file. Let us know. Boomer says, watch Brett H-Town. He is eyeballing your cashews. You better stay off my cashews. You understand? That reckless eyeballing. Thank you. Thank you, letting me know that, Major Boomer. I want him to disengage. Even when I told him to disengage, he's still eyeballing my stuff. So he says about those, he say, yeah, it comes in a CD. So yes, it does, Kevin. That your C file comes in a CD. Okay. He say, so D say nothing going on in Memphis but crime. I hear you. We want to get better. We don't want them. That's how it was in Fifth Ward in the hood down here. Then because they deprived, ain't got no jobs around, they close all the jobs off. Then they run everybody out. Then they start gentrifying the area. Huh? Now, Brett says, Brother D in the house. Oh, okay. He said, yeah, I must read it again. He said, yeah, it comes in a CD, meaning your C file. Okay. Kevin Colbert says, I have the CD. You need to go through it, brother. Does he need to look through a certain section for in his C file? What are you looking for in your C file? Now, Madre say, good information tonight. I have a mental health CMP this week. Oh, that helps. See, isn't that something? It's amazing how much stuff is relevant to what we're doing. Now, D say 80% on my way to the Hundo 2025. Don't you give up, brother. Now, Thumper says, I was told that I would get a CD. I feel you, Kevin. Okay. Oh, Kevin, you didn't get your CD yet, or are you waiting on it? Now, oh, you got it, or you waiting on it? Kevin says, hey, D, I live in Memphis too. I know my people up there. Look at he gonna mess. He say, I like those Mexican glasses. They trying to get me deported, y'all. What are y'all gonna do if Angel and Brett get me deported? Huh? Because you know what's gonna happen. Brett ain't gonna stand up for me unless he gonna force me to eat Popeyes. That's the only way he gonna vouch for me to keep me from getting deported. That ain't right, Brett. you can't blackmail me like that, Brett. Now, Kevin Colbert Sr., this is from Thumper. He says, I am thinking I may have to purchase a disk drive or take it someplace that can read it. You can buy one. I don't know if you got a little electronic place where you at. It's amazing. Or you can put it, oh, well, yeah, it's not a video. If you got the right kind of computer. Now, Thumper says, D, we're racing to the Sweet Hundo Club. Yes, indeed. Now, Kevin says, I got my CD. How can I see what's on it? Now, let's see. Now, you can see what's on it. Go to the library, I think, right? Will they let you download go somewhere where one of the computers at FedEx or somewhere you can print it off if you don't have, because I got a CD thing. It's not one on this Apple Mac, but I got the little thing on the side. I bought it about $100, and you can stick a CD in there. It's funny they don't make them. Now let's see what Mr. International says. Mr. International says if you're service connected for PTSD, file for major depressive disorder secondary to PTSD because depression can lead to overeating. Now, you talking about that secondary stuff. Now, some of you asked me the other night, last night, and I want to go over that. So we be straight. I'm gonna pull this. Oh, I didn't know I still had that up. I thought I was full screen. Give me a second. Watch our video if you want to know more about, because incarceration could affect any of us veterans. Don't get into it with family members. Don't get into it with spouses. Don't get into it with nobody. Leave the room. He say, "We'll do, Mr. International." Now look at this. This is our first video to pretty much kind of go viral. This video right here went crazy. That's when I know I had some, because I wouldn't give them about 5 or 10 views on most of my videos. And when the H-Town Vet did this, it was something that I guess wasn't out there. Now, if you get incarcerated for a felony, now listen to me, like felony fraud or anything, if you get incarcerated for 61 days on a felony, you will be reduced down to 10%. If you have a 10% rating, they're just going to give you half that amount. You hear? Come on, fam. I'm telling you the truth. Now, let's see what Veteran Policy Plug says. I have diabetes to work on my A1C with medications. Could that be service connected? Possible. Yes, it possibly could. Now, and here we Kevin says, Mr. International, I need to talk to you about some questions about my claim. Okay, so if you need to talk to him, the brother, he's been very kind and welcoming. Let me pull this up. Oh, I could have stayed right there. See, give me a second. I'm looking for it, fam. Give me a second. All right, now here's our email at the bottom here. If you want, he says yes, I'm here, Kevin. He's saying I'm here. So there's the email. Contact me, and I'll get your information to Mr. International. Okay, is that all right? And I just hook up, then you can talk to him directly from then on out. Is that okay? Oh, you say cool. Now that's my email. Let me take that's my email at the bottom. I mean on these cashews, y'all. I'm sorry. Veteran Policy Plug says, thank you, Mr. International. Now, let me see what else I got there. Let me put myself back up, fam. Because something else I want to show you. Because y'all talking about secondary conditions, okay? Thumper said, H-Town, I was meaning to tell you that I like your background music. Okay. Thank you so much. Huh. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, I'm trying to find what I said I need to find for y'all. Oh, y'all welcome. Yeah, I was saying something, and I want to. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So I was saying, make sure now, family. Let me get this out the way. Oh Lord, that didn't work. Let me pull myself back up. Y'all know me and this doggone technology be cutting up. Excuse me. So, family, here we go. So, which way y'all think y'all feel more comfortable submitting your claims or any information to the VA, online, in person, or by mail? Let me know your personal choice. If it's online, put a 1. If it's in person, put a 2. And if it's by mail, put a 3. Which has been the most effective way or the way you feel more comfortable submitting any paperwork to the VA? 1 online, I got it listed on here. Look, 2 in person, and 3 by mail. He say H-Town, Thumpers H-Town. I was meaning to tell you that I like your background music. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard. That's what I heard. I think I got confused myself, but you told me right. Okay, so okay, Veteran Policy Plug is online, and Thumper says in person. I prefer in person myself. Look at Brett, 3.5. So by mail somewhere out there, you gonna throw it at them? Brett always says, somebody said what you said, what you be saying, 2.5. Somebody said it when you weren't here yesterday, Brett. Let me catch up with these. You say thank you for the music from Brett. You're welcome to both of you. Mr. National says, Veteran Policy Plug, we're waiting on December 17th. Y'all know the inside thing. I ain't getting in it. Now, Mr. International says, the music is smooth. It makes me want to tell secrets. You hear him cutting up? Look. So I get that music when I have a little lady friend by. I ain't had one by in many years. Haven't had one over many, and just had she be, that's when a person start lying when you have relaxed music. Say, baby, you know you're the only one. I told a girl I love when you lie to me. Huh? Keep on telling me the lies because I'm gonna keep listening to them. Huh? Here we go. Bionic Woman say, hard, hard to type, hand, or freezing. Did ice on the knee. Oh, she still got that ice pack. Yeah, get some. Just take it easy. Your hands are free. Lord have mercy. Y'all pray for our sister. Salute, Bionic Woman. Then Veteran Policy Plug. Question: if you win a high level review, will that result in compensation? Is that the end of the process? Let us know, Mr. Nash, because I don't know exactly. It depends on what the decision is, I think. Kevin Colbert Sr. says, I just sent my information, H-Town Vet. Once I get off the live, I'll get it over to him, okay? So by tomorrow, you should have it, because I check my emails. Okay, Thumper. Proof that the VA is trash on one of my claims, August 27th and October the 4th, are the last updates that I have had progress on it. This is December the 12th, and they probably aren't going to do too much. Now, he said, one, he like to do his, and we went over this before, one, he like to do his online, Veteran Policy Plug, and Thumper said he like to do it in person. Now, Mr. International say, I can't let y'all make me get messy. Ask yourself a question. Why does the VA limit a claim filing to 139 characters? That's interesting. You can't put but so many letters in there. You can't put it on a supplemental piece of paper. See it? Wow. Huh. Why? Bionic Woman, especially since you can't move around much, yeah, online would be the best way to fill out a claim. And you know Brett gonna be on it 3.5. That's not even one of the choices. David said by mail. Ooh, that made me scared when y'all do it by mail. Have you been successful, David, by doing it by mail? Thumper say, that was me. Madre say 2 and 3. I do both. So you'll do it by mail and use send stuff and you go in person. Okay. Thumper say Mr. International, laugh last. And Veteran Policy Plug say, okay, sound good. That's the Mr. International. Now Kevin says a 1. Okay, he do it on computer. Now Mr. International says Veteran Policy Plug, no. Chances are that they will seek another medical opinion or they can grant the claim. Okay, that's on the high level review that he talked about earlier. Isn't that funny? My memory ain't what the quarter, but when it comes to certain things, I can remember stuff when it comes to VA claims. The only other thing I remember, because in my memory bad, is when people owe me money. Thumper says, I'm a 1 or 2. So he'll do it by computer. He'll submit claims by computer or in person. Now, Major Boomer says, Mr. International, because they don't want you to be able to validate your claims due to a lack of information. Hold on. Let me make sure. You say, because they don't want you to be able to validate your claim due to a lack of information. So yeah, if you can't put so many characters down on when you're doing the description for filing the claim, what you say is 130. Let me see what Mr. International say. How many? You only put down 139 characters. What if you have more than one condition? Do you have to put them on separate papers? Let's see what we got. Everybody show some love. Our brothers in the house. Hold on, let's get. I don't want to miss nothing. Our sister, look how kind our sister is. Miss Jag 83 says, praying for a speedy recovery, Bionic Woman. Yes, indeed. Kevin say he do it online. He submit his claim, a lot of his paperwork online. Mr. International says, boom, Major Boomer, exactly. John, everybody show John J some love. He say, hello, H-Town and H-Town chat family. Now, Miss Jag, see, y'all younger generation, I guess I'm a little paranoid. I'm old school. But she says she does it online too. So do they give y'all a receipt when you submit claim information online? Let us know in the chat, family. Now, Love say, sounds like limit on what you can say, Mr. International. Ain't that something? If they only giving you a certain amount, so many characters that you can describe what you're filing to the VA on a claim, they're limiting how you can express what you're trying to do. Is that fair? Those that come in late, go back and watch it. We talked about medication and how medication can affect your ability to work. The medication that the VA put you on, and that can help with your VA claim. Now, David says, okay, now let me ask this here, Mr. International. The VA is not giving you medicine to help you work at your job better, are they? Think about this, family. So that's where I have questions. They're not giving you medicine to help you work more effectively at your job. The VA is giving you medicine to treat the symptoms or the condition, irrelevant to whether it'll help you function better on your job. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. I need clarity on that, Mr. International. Explain, sir, or anybody else that got an idea. Benny says, one, he does it online. Brett say, hi, John J. John J say, hello, Brett. Mr. International say, there are strategic things in place to work against service connection. And I guess limiting the amount of space that you can describe your condition is one of them on the forms they sent to you. Now, Evan Almighty say, I just bought 26 million P tokens for $650. Buy Bitcoin. Oh, that's the most word I ever think I heard him say, what I said about Bitcoin. Now, Veteran Policy Plug say, laugh out loud. Benny say, major. Love say, I submitted through my rep, and my rep uploaded directly to the VA or the board. Okay. So that it's working online. Okay. Veteran Policy Plug say, okay, Mr. International, thank you. Brett says, D Angel was playing lottery. He's playing lottery. Tell him we missed him, okay? Now, Brett says, Benny is here. Yes, he is. Benny with the IE. Now, Benny says, sending well wishes to you, Bionic Woman. Everybody showing you love, Bionic Woman, because you always holding us down. Wasn't she always up here supporting us, doing what we have to do? Love, say, John. Brett says, Evan Almighty, love Bitcoin. Yes. And then Veteran Policy Plug says, hello, John J. Now, while y'all doing that, let me see. Ooh, Lord, my Lord, y'all just chatting away. Let me see. Love say, John say, love say, hello, Benny. John J say, Veteran Policy Plug. Love say, hello, Brett. Thumper says, John J, hey, other Berry. Oh, y'all out of the show, boy. Benny says, hello, love. John J say, Thumper, what's up? Thumper says, Benny. Mr. International say, now listen what he says here. The medication to treat your condition. I never made the connection until you brought it up. The medication is not meant to help you function better on a job, family. The medicine that the VA give you for your service-connected disability is not to help you function on your job. Mr. International brought that out of me. I never thought about it. I said, hold on. They're giving you medicines that may make you sleep at work. They're not trying to make you a better employee. They're treating your symptoms and your service-connected condition. Benny say, hello, Miss Jag. Benny says, Thumper in the house. Mr. International says, I believe one day the VA is going to offer me a job adjudicating claims. That's possible. Mr. International says 011984. Now, I don't know what that is. Now, Brett say, hi, model Miss Jag 83. I told you, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna try to put you on blast, sister, but I ain't no fool. Some of y'all are models in here. You, what's the other young lady? Aiden, it's just models all through the house. Now, here we go. Veterans, look, veterans and beautiful women, all these beautiful women in there. One of them she right now on the couch because her knee got surgery on. But all y'all blessed, beautiful women, we need more females in here, guys. Let me tell y'all why it's so important to have the women here, because that makes the channel stronger. Okay? I enjoy that so many of y'all coming. Let me ask, ladies, if y'all don't mind saying, because I never seen y'all out like this. Why do y'all, even though this is a largely male channel, because so many men are in here, male veterans, why do y'all feel comfortable coming here? If you don't mind telling us, because we really want to know so we can improve the channel, because we want y'all to know there's a place y'all can come as our sisters and chill, and you family. You know what I'm saying? Let us know. Miss Jag say hello, Benny. Mr. International laughing. And then Major Boomer say, we'll be good if you are adjudicating claims, Mr. International, because I think he'll be fair. He's going to end up in a supervisory position. When somebody has the talent that Mr. International has, they eventually going to suck him off somewhere where they can use his talent, and he won't be around us much. I'll make him feel guilty. We'll be putting out a wanted posters for him. When I say around us, I'm talking about helping veterans directly. Now, because he'll be too busy. Now, Miss Jag 83 say hi, Brett. Now, Benny says he had IU tried to go back to work to make ends meet, only made it 3 weeks. What happened, Benny? Did he injure himself? What happened? He just mentally he couldn't take it? What happened, my brother? You don't have to go into details. Just give us the gist if you can. Go. Really concerned. Is he doing all right now? Thumper say, Bionic Woman, this is a joke. Now, don't come after me with a switch, please. What will help you heal faster? Change your socks, drink water, and take ibuprofen 800 milligrams. They had me on some 800 milligrams. That's what they preach the soldiers. Yeah. So, come on, man. They crazy, ain't they? Y'all really had these likes up. I'm very impressed. Thank you so much. Now, Brett Mundy says, where's Military Mike and Marco Scott and Chief Mike? I don't know. I'm concerned. I hope if you see this Military Mike, know we love you and we holding you down because he wasn't feeling that good last night. You know how the sleep problems get you, and dealing with these conditions. So we hold our brother up, and we let us know when your wife cook another pot of that gumbo. Now, I'm worried about him, and I want to know that my brother's all right, and that's for all the veteran family. Thumper, praying for your speedy, comfortable recovery. Yes, indeed. Now let's see. Mr. International, Major Boomer. Now she says, because I asked the question about she say, it's an informative channel and everyone respects and helps each other. I want to know, I was so concerned, Miss Jag 83. I was so concerned. I didn't want no issues. I want to make an environment where people feel comfortable. And I it's just the good people came on the channel. I didn't want people to be getting out of pocket because I've seen other channels where people get disrespectful. We can talk, have fun. Why we gotta be, disrespectful to each other? And if I say something, because I joke around sometimes, I don't have no problem apologizing, none whatsoever. Now, unless it's payday, I'm not apologizing to nobody on payday. I got a bad understanding on payday. Now, the next day, I'm broke after payday. I won't talk to everybody then. I listen to whatever you say on that day. Now, listen what Mr. International says. Working temporary is enough to take someone's IU away. Got to be real careful with that. And that's what I was worried about, Benny, was he'd worked 3 weeks because the VA found out. Because he's going to have to file taxes on that, and the VA can check the taxes. They don't. Do they even do that? I don't think they do that form anymore that you have to fill out every year saying whether you've worked or not. They go straight to to the IRS now. And temporary employment isn't gainful employment. Okay. So he might be all right. Now, Benny, he had a major argument with his boss, flipped out, cursed everyone out, left and didn't look back. Explained it to his VSO so VA can't take his IU. Okay, we caught up, family. Now, y'all keep talking about the secondary. I made sure I had some slides that I put on this here just in case y'all would bring up different topics that we talk to, so we have an illustrative way of talking about it. So let me see. Y'all don't supposed to see that. Let me pull myself all the way up. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for something here, family. I hope I put it on here. I may not have put it on here. I tell you what I'm gonna do while we talking. I'm gonna let it play. I think that may be it. I think I found it. Okay. But while y'all let it, smash that like button, family. If you just come into the room, smash that like button. If you forgot to do so, I'm gonna let it play through. Remember, back pay. All right. Make sure you lock it in. Talked about that C file, your claims file. That's important. You can request it, get a FOIA request. Service connection is what? A link between a veteran's medical diagnosis. Let me say this again. A link between a veteran's medically diagnosed illness and their military service. That's something we know. Now, family, it's taking, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, it's taking, how long does it take the VA to make a decision? Right now, it's 139.3 days. Now, Love say, H-Town, you run your channel, analyze great. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I was in there telling, my daughter, if she's tomorrow, we're going to her graduation from her bachelor's degree in accounting. I gotta brag. I don't brag on myself, but I'm like my grandma used to embarrass me. She used to brag on me and stuff, her and my mom. So, but I find myself doing the same thing. That's weird. You say, I'm never gonna do that. I'm not gonna, I brag, I'm all the time. Look, and then next semester she graduated with a master's degree. This semester, bachelor degree. Next semester, in May, the master's degree. Make it make sense. Thank y'all for the, and I was encouraging her. I was telling her how proud I was of her, how consistent and organized she is. I really appreciate y'all because y'all help me to stay grounded. Y'all bring in an energy that's so important, Now, Benny says he's even been going to the casino and playing pick 3 to help make ends meet. It's a mess. Yes. Now, is he in California? Now, here we go. Thumper, if you file for TDIU, how long should it take before you see anything concerning that claim? Great question. Mr. International say, Thumper, ain't nothing happening fast anymore. What's the big slowdown now, Mr. International? Mr. National, what's the big slowdown now? Since stuff ain't moving fast, is it because of it's wintertime, or that something's going on with the VA overall that slowed it down? He said, Brett said, I got IU. Okay. I think you mentioned that before. Benny says, H-Town is so bad, he called the guy with the cigar to his to his mouth on the roof, top for help. Wow. He called a cigar guy. Now look, he say, that's awesome, H-Town. Yeah, thank you. We want, then my niece, she graduate a little early too, because she graduating next May. But my daughter like skipped a grade, almost skipped 2 grades in high school. I said, no, slow it down, slow it down. I ain't want to be too young going to college, you know what I'm saying? Now, here we go. He laughed, Mr. National laughed. Love. VA has a backlog because of the PACT Act. You're just right on time with it. Okay, the PACT Act slowing stuff down too. Benny say he lives in Sacramento, California. I'm sorry. Now is another problem, okay? Mr. National, more people qualify for disability. Oh,